Okay, let's talk about mornings. What if you could take the most chaotic, rushed part of your day and completely flip it? Make it your most powerful. Well, today we're going to look at a really simple but honestly profound blueprint that's designed to do exactly that. It's all about creating a little bit of peace and intention before the world just comes rushing in.
So, does this sound familiar? That alarm goes off and it just shatters the quiet, right? And before your feet even hit the floor, your mind is already racing. The day hasn't even really started, but you already feel like you're behind. It's just this constant race against the clock, and it's fueled by pressure, not peace. But what if there was another way?
And that's where this divine blueprint comes in. I mean, what if you could totally flip that script? The whole idea we're digging into here suggests the answer isn't, a fancier alarm clock or some new productivity hack you saw online. No, it's actually something way simpler. It's about a fundamental shift in where you put your focus, right at the very beginning.
And here it is. This is that shift in focus. Think about it. Before the phone notifications start buzzing, before you even take that first sip of coffee, before the world starts demanding your attention, you start here. Now, this is really important. This is not about adding one more thing to your to-do list. No way. It's about setting an anchor, something that's going to hold you steady for the entire day.
Okay, so how do you actually do this, right? The beauty of this whole approach is just how simple it is. Seriously, we are not talking about some hour-long, super complex ritual here. It's just 4 clear, totally manageable steps that, honestly, you could start tomorrow.
And here they are, the full roadmap. Find 15 minutes, read a passage, pray about your day, and start with worship. Just 4 simple actions. That's it. We're going to dive into each one, but just seeing them laid out like this, you can already feel how doable this is, can't you? So let's jump into that first absolutely crucial step.
Yep, just 15 minutes. That's the barrier to entry. And when you think about it, it's nothing really. It's less time than hitting the snooze button a few times. It's definitely less time you need to spend scrolling through your news feed. The real power here starts with this tiny, almost ridiculously achievable commitment. So step 1 is all about waking up just a little bit earlier for some quiet time with God. And here's the key. You're not losing sleep. You're investing that time in peace. Think of it like you're intentionally creating this little buffer zone of quiet, a sacred space between the calm of the night and the, inevitable chaos of the day. All right, so you've got this quiet space. What do you fill it with? Well, that brings us to step 2. Read a brief Bible passage or maybe a devotional. And let's be clear, the goal here is not some deep academic study. Far from it. It's all about just finding one positive, grounding thought that you can hold on to as the day gets going.
Okay, step 3. This is where this whole practice becomes super personal and honestly, really practical. You take all that mental clutter, the schedule, the worries, that endless to-do list, and you just bring it all into this quiet space. You're basically turning the day's anxiety into a conversation. You're handing it over before it even has a chance to take you over.
And finally, step 4. This is how you carry that peace with you. Because let's face it, the quiet time doesn't just end when you stand up. So as you start moving, you're making coffee, getting ready for work, you create a soundtrack for your morning. Put on some worship music, or maybe a Christian podcast. You're consciously choosing the atmosphere you want to live in, and it really helps keep you centered as the day ramps up. So when you put these 4 simple steps together, what's the actual outcome? What's the point? Well, it's so much more than just having a nice morning. Your entire day gets recentered. You start to operate from a place of real intention and peace, instead of just, constantly reacting to stress all day long.
So when we boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's a simple routine, right? But it's for something huge. It all starts with that spiritual connection. That's the foundation. From there, you get a centered start. And when your day starts centered, it just naturally becomes a more intentional day. So look, this isn't really about changing your schedule. It's about changing the whole quality of your day right from the ground up.
And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. It all comes back to this one question. It is so easy to dismiss 15 minutes as nothing, as totally insignificant. But what if that one small, intentional investment could truly redefine the whole tone of your entire day? Seriously, what could it change for you?